Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about Parachute by Holly Rae Garcia. This is from Easton Falls Publishing, a slim little novella. I took a week off, so it's been a while since I read this. Hopefully, I remember the pertinent information. Our main character, I did have to look at the back here. Our main character is Angela Rodriguez. She's a teenager, high school kid. We meet her and her parents. She's going out with her friends, and they go to this abandoned grade school. They're hanging up on the roof, and they start talking about they're smoking some dope. They start talking about the things they did as kids. They attended this school when they were kids, all of them but one, and they're talking about the parachute game. I don't know if that's what you'd call it. I remember this from when I was a kid. It was the best day of school when you went to gym and they had the parachute out, and everybody would stand around the rim of the parachute, and you'd grab it and you'd lift it up, and it would go up in the air, and you'd run inside, or sometimes you'd have people run across and try to get across before it came down on them. So they're talking about this, and they're like, hey, let's go into the school and see if the parachute is still there. There's 5 or 6 of them. And so they go in the school and they find a parachute. And they decide to play the game. But the way they play it is you'd lift it up, duck inside, and then sit down on the edge of the parachute so that you're sitting inside it in this parachute dome. So they do that, and they end up in another world. So like, what the hell? And they come back out. If one of them lets go of the edge of the parachute, loses contact with it, they're all outside the parachute. And so they're like, wow, that was weird. Let's try that again. Every time they do it, they end up in another place. And things start to go badly, and they have to figure out how to get things back to normal. That's basically it. I think I haven't given anything away that isn't on the back of the book, so haven't really spoiled anything. So that's the nutshell. Now, Holly Rae Garcia, relatively new to me author. I've read some short stories, I believe. I saw this on Twitter, and I really enjoyed her short stories, so decided to pick this up. And I think it's really good. I believe I gave it 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. Really liked it. I like her characters. It is a shorter work, so we get a little character development. We get to know Angela and her relationship with her parents, her relationship with her friends, and we get to know a little bit about her friends. But it's not a huge tome, so there's not huge character development, but we get a taste of it. A nice taste. We get to know these characters. And they and again, I played the parachute game, or whatever you call it. And it was one of my favorite days when we would walk into that gym and the parachute was out on the floor. It was so exciting for such a simple game. So I was into this. I get their enthusiasm. They're getting high and decide to do this, see if they can do it. And then, things go crazy. And I think the story pulls you in. It progresses. It gets, things get worse. And they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on and how to fix things, etc. I've already said this. But Holly Rae Garcia does a good job of building that tension, of moving the story along. And I don't know. I think I lost what I was going to say there. But I highly recommend this. If you want a nice quick read, I read it in one day. And it's well written. I'm definitely going to pick up more stuff by Holly Rae Garcia. She's on my radar now. And it's a dark, disturbing book. So that's a quick review. I'm not sure what else to say. I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to tell you what happens. I don't want to tell you about the things that they see and the things that they do. But they are all interesting, and some of them are more frightening than others. The whole situation is frightening. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. Parachute, Holly Rae Garcia. And it tells you on the back, there's only one rule: don't let go. One of the blurbs on the back calls it one part The House of Leaves and one part We Need to Do Something. I've read We Need to Do Something and seen the movie. Love that story. Not read House of Leaves, so I can't say, but I know a lot of people love that book. Seems like a good combination. You know, do I have to keep trying to sell this? Parachute, Holly Rae Garcia, 4 out of 5. Pick it up. My question for the video, very simple. Did you play the Parachute game? I don't know if that's a regional thing, if it was done in schools all over the country or in other parts of the world. I have no idea. We played it. I loved it. Did you? If not, did you have weird things that you would sometimes do in gym class? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. All that YouTube stuff. If you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is ErikSmith5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's all I've got for you. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Erik Smith, and until next time, read more books.